It's the way it says. There's a lot of talk going on around about I'm going to get started prepping, and people are like, the first thing I do is get a bug out bag. You need a get home bag or something like that, but it doesn't do any good to have a bug out bag if you don't have anything to eat or drink when you get to where you're going. Okay, heading to the hills and living off weeds and wildlife is never going to work. I don't care how good you are, because all the rest of the starving masses are going to get lucky every once in a while. You know, they're going to kill a deer with a stick and they're going to eat it. There's not going to be any deer left. There's not going to be any wild pig left. There's not going to be bear left. There's not going to be any monkeys left. Okay? If you're getting started in prepping food and water, that's where you start. Okay? You don't have to invest in a bug out bag. I'm going to show you a little trick. This is some more of that hobo stuff. Okay? I'll show you something. Now hold on. I got it set up now. One of the things everybody gets hung up on is a bug out bag. This is an aluminum frame pack. Okay? It's a mountain hiking pack. I like this particular style because after I get hike in with all my gear, I can strip it down to just a frame, and I can carry what I've killed using this frame. You know, this frame and a roll string. Okay, but you don't have to have one of those. This is a like $40 Walmart backpack. Okay, it's not Walmart brand. So can't remember now. Outdoor product. That's my new one. And then this is my old. Bigger, I don't know what I'm thinking. But you don't need a backpack. That's what this video is about. Okay. It's probably going to run a little long, but it's going to be worth it. Okay. You want to have something put together that you can run away with. Okay. That you can bug out with if you have to. Don't spend that green pack right there, you know, $40 for the pack, and then I've probably got another $50 in it, plus or minus, and then probably close to 90, maybe 100. So it's $150 at least sitting. I could have spent that on, you know how much rice $150 will buy? Let's get to the real deal. I spent a lot of money. This was Scratch Spike Company. I got this for $9.99. It's pretty decent shit. I'm using this tarp because it's in here. I suggest one a little bigger. I think this one's 6 by 9. Be better served with some around 8 by 12 or 10 by 16 or something, but you use what you got. I'll see that pretty good. There's the outside of your roll. Oh, it's complicated. Or the outside of your bag, rather. Here's your sleeping, well the other half of your shelter, here's your sleeping roll. It's a Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2 blanket. I don't know if y'all can see the kind of material. Y'all know what kind of material this is. It's that nylon stuff. These things are uber light and surprisingly warm. I folded that exactly the wrong way. You want to fold it long ways, or whatever, crossways, short ways. And then we're just going to lay that down on top of the tarp. There's a reason, it ain't got to be perfect, there's a reason you're doing it like that. You want the tarp's the waterproofing part, you want that on the outside. You're going to want some skivvies, you probably can't see those. You're going to want some socks, probably can't see those. You're going to want to change your shirt, change pants. Yeah, adjust y'all just a little bit. Alright, instead of messing with the camera, I'll just do this. Try not to kick the camera. Too bad. That'll work. And some utensils. Alright, this up out of the kitchen. Got a butcher knife, another butcher knife, and you don't need both of them. I got a knife and a fork and spoon. In case y'all wondering, I was doing laundry and I thought I'd show y'all how to do this. But the beauty of this is you're just trying to keep all this stuff in here close to the middle. You want to keep everything inside that blanket if you can. Now, these I would recommend putting a paper towel or handkerchief or something around them. You don't cut your stuff. I'm sitting here running my jaws that I got them bandanas over here from. $2 for $1. Need a bandana anyway, huh? You know, in replace, if you don't want to be one of those guys that carries a bandana around, carry your washcloth. Now we're not going to put both those in there because you wouldn't want to have to carry them anyway. Put your silverware in there and you just kind of give it a wrap. And this is for your safety as well as the safety of your clothing. Now you want this to hinge. That's important. You don't want to overlap these items. You want these have to hinge in the middle. Okay? That's important to note. Here's the middle of our situation. Okay? You all see that? I've got a hinge set up right here in the middle. There's your clothes and your cooking or stuff-ish. The like your cook pot or whatever, that'll be in a minute. Just calm down. Roll that up. Now, chances are pretty good you might get hungry. You're going to want to stop and eat every so often. You're just plain granola bar. I don't know if y'all know this now, but I really feel strongly about Oats and Honey granola bars being one of the optimal, like bestest ever survival foot, or prepper things, if you will. I'm trying to do all this with normal household stuff, or stuff that's super cheap. That's a pint of bleach, straight from the dollar store. And this is a little waterproof container you can get at Wally World. Okay, you put you some matches, cigarette lighter, some sewing thread, whatever in there. You know, you can make one of these for, you know, $6, $7. You probably buy the deal and then come up with the stuff to put in it at your house, honestly. You just put that in there and keep rolling. Remember, this is very basic stuff, okay? We all know how important it is to have cordage. So, I wouldn't get one this big, but you're going to want some for the deal. Little tarpaulin. Pull you off 30, 40 feet of it. Come here where y'all can see this. This is just an elbow wrap. Put 4 or 5 inches across your hand. And start at your elbow, come up through your thumb. Do not pull it tight, just let it go there. Don't force it. You're using your thumb to form a cradle for it to go around. I was going to count those because then I would know how much cordage I had, but I didn't, so there. Just wrap up the middle of this. And always wrap it with the end of it that you were rolling up. Don't mess up and do the other. And if you're careful with this, don't throw it around too many times. When it comes time to unspool it, you can grab this one, the inside one, and pull every bit of that out. Now you have cordage for your tarp. You've got food, utensils, dry change of clothing, and a way to purify your water in here. You know, it's not perfect, but you've got a little bit of something. Remember how I did that deal? This is, I forget what it's called, but you use it when you're pulling conduit or wire through conduit. It comes in real handy. But see, if you did it right, you just pull that middle string and get what you want. Now then, what we want is 3 times the length of our tarp. Can't believe I'm fitting to cut my cordage for you people. And then we want half. find the middle of the cordage. And when you lift up on it, you can feel where it wants to hinge. You just take and run the line back through where it wanted to go to start with. Okay? And your flap, keep your, should have told that, anyway, keep your flap on the top of what you're doing here. Okay? And let it hinge. Here's where it gets a little tricky. You're just going to have to figure out where you need to do this. But gotta know how to tie a knot for starters. I'm not doing a square knot, I'm doing the one where it'll roll over to be a slip knot, so it'll actually pull down and get snugger on there. I don't know if y'all saw that or not either. Pull it down, wrap around, go under that one, pull it snug, go back, and then come back under that one. I did that exactly wrong. Pull that tight, go around, and then come back. These together. Can you tie your shoestring? Reset the camera and I'll give you all the review. This weighs maybe 8 pounds, probably not even. But this is basically a get home bag made out of string. Carry it, wear it which way you want to. My hands are free. There you go. And you can put more stuff in this. You can use a longer tarp and actually just wrap it, no straps at all. Just tie it in if the strap's long or tarp's long enough. And you can put it over. Carry it around one shoulder. And then you don't have these little things digging into you. Now, these are going to get uncomfortable after, 30, 40 minutes. But it's something. This isn't ideal, this isn't perfect, and I didn't practice putting it together. Had I practiced, I would have known that my straps were going to be a little long. Now this one's light enough though, sitting down there, the weight's actually not riding on my shoulders, trying to push me forward or pull me back. It's supported here, and it's going to bounce on my butt. So, I actually like this. Watch. Now then, your something to cook with and stuff like that. Hold on, be right back. I mean, I like playing around with prepper items from cheap places. $1. So, it's not an algae, but it'll hold water. It'll hold water just fine. It's got a screw on lid. Take a little piece of cordage, put it on there, attach one of these little straps, and it's going to hang on your little backpack. This is a same thing. This was $1. And you can get them square, you can get them round. This one says it's for making cornbread or a bread pan, but I mean it's not the best thing in the world. Same thing, knock a hole in one of those little flanges, put your piece of wire or something through it, or cordage for toting it around. Tie it to your little deal. Tuck it down in the hole so it don't waddle and bang around and stuff. You got it there. It's called thinking. We need to do a little bit more thinking and a whole lot less spending. We need groceries. We need groceries and we need water. Haversacks. You know, a little thing you carry on the side, which I am very big on. $1 garage sale. Yes, I used this as a haversack for over a year. Just a little denim. It's a purse. I needed a haversack, and it worked. Alright, because I like to have this my get home thing. You know, what the thing I carry in the vehicle to get my butt back home from when I go to town or whatever is a haversack. Okay. This one's actually pretty cool. Garage sale. It's a purse. I know it looks like rucksack. No, that's a rucksack. But this is a purse. It says combat tested, but I'm not mind. There you go. This one was $4. This is the one I've used for forever. It's a gas mask bag. I have not retired. Give me the break. I have toted this thing all over the state of Texas. If y'all watched any of the stuff in from South Texas, this was on me all the time. I believe this was on my hip when I missed all them little piggies. This, I don't even know who, I don't know if it's American, French foreign land, I don't even know who this is, but some of the stitching's pulling and stuff, and I was afraid it was going to quit me, so I upgraded. But I paid $8 for this at military surplus store. I don't know how long ago. My new one, the one I'm running in now, or with, rather, is finish maybe, but it's a little bit bigger than that one. It's got heavier canvas, or well, maybe just newer canvas. It is a heavier bag than that one, and I don't like the closures on this one as well as I do that one. This has a formed flap, which makes it kind of a pain in the butt. But this one does have better pockets in the front. I got a place, you know, keep my flashlight secure and stuff. Flashlight and the stuff that was just rolling around the bottom of that one, I've got pockets for it in this one. So it's just, you know, you get used to a thing and you got to move on. But something like that, and a little more thought and effort into one of those bedrolls. And what exactly, you know, besides that, what are you trying to prove? I'm tired of standing way back there talking now. I mean, seriously. People think, oh, I've got to spend all this money, this, that, and everything else. I need that uber lightweight tarp and this, that, and everything else. My fishing tackle, one of my tackle boxes hanging right there. It's a $10 Walmart bag with, instead of buying the plain old tackle box boxes, I just went down to the tool department and bought the ones for nuts and bolts. Just don't think plain old. And I've got everything I need in that thing to spend days fishing. I mean, weeks. You do not have to go crazy and spend a lot of money. That's all I'm trying to say. You do have to have a desire to get something going your way. You have to have inside your spirit, inside the core of who you are, you have to decide that you're going to get ready. You have to start understanding that whether there's a real threat or a perceived threat, okay, the probability is there. And the act of assuming that you've got a little bit more time is a bad idea. The throwing your hands up, well, there's just nothing I can do. You can buy a pound of rice and a pound of beans. I think they're a pound, maybe half a pound. Who cares? For $2. $1 for the rice, $1 for the beans. Every time I go to the Dollar Tree, beep, beep, beep. Every time I go in there, I grab a deal of rice and a deal of beans if I don't buy anything else. Okay? You can get there's better deals. But if you're micro prepping, you know, I can't go throw down $500 for a pallet of beans, okay, or however much they are. Paycheck to paycheck here. I can skip the Snickers bar and go into Dollar Tree and buy 2 days worth of calories. You know, you only got to do that a couple times a week before you got a couple of months worth of calories stored up. It don't take long like that. Almost all the long-term food storage that I have is supposed to last years. It's stuff I bought a little bit at a time here and there. It's taking me longer than I would like it to, but it's happening. I'm not waiting for things to be better so I can do it the way everybody else does it. Just because Bubba and Susie dump a 20-pound bag of rice in a Kevlar bag and throw a handworm on top of it and then tie it shut and silicone the lid or whatever it is, all that stuff you're supposed to do that I don't. It's an airtight bucket. I put the food in there, put a dryer in it, I put the lid on. It's bucket. Okay. That's me, because I can either buy, what is it, Mylar? I can either buy Mylar bags, or I can buy rice and beans. I mean, we rotate our food out. I mean, we eat rice and beans. I sure wouldn't store rice and beans if it wasn't something we ate. I mean, why? We eat pasta, we eat rice and beans. So we store it. We store canned goods and canned meats, and we grow gardens. So we can put something in the rice and beans when we get tired. It's not impossible. Stop acting like prepping is beyond you. I don't want you to start with this. I don't want you to come running up my driveway, begging for food, refusing to leave. I do not want to be in that situation. And I've got enough to answer for. I want y'all to store it all. I want you to get out of the cities too. It's not the hardest thing in the world to imagine it going to where there's no longer food and shelter for everybody. And if that happens, everybody in town are going to die. And then the ones that survive in town are going to come out and they're going to start trying to kill the people in the country. And the people in the country can't let that stand. So, yeah, that went really dark. Thank God for editing software. Yeah. Can't eat bullets. Get hungry enough, you'll wind up eating one. Okay. Yeah. It's not gonna taste good. So, prep. Learn to make your bag. It's not that hard. I walked around and gathered the stuff for that thing in, I don't know, 5 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. If I hadn't been talking to y'all, I could have had it knocked together and on my back and out of here in under 10. So 15 minutes, I'm packed and ready to go, and I'd have had a whole lot more stuff in there. I'd have had the machete in it. I'd have had a skillet. I'd had all kinds of stuff. It'd have been a little bit heavier, but I'd have been gone. It's because practice this stuff. I used to live this stuff. I lived out of one of those for 9 months of my life. Said it had a bigger target. Yeah. I lived out of Bedroll. It's possible. I wouldn't want to do it in Tewaukee because Tewaukee ain't got soup kitchens and stuff. But it is possible. Y'all still there? Y'all don't die?